55, 65, 75, and now 85. That's what people in Texas may be gearing up for, an 85-mile-per-hour speed limit on some roads. The bill is making its way through the legislature right now. Texas already allows the fastest speed, tied with Utah at 80 miles per hour on rural highways. The majority of states allow you to go at least 70. Of course, the national law that caps speeds at 55 miles per hour was repealed in 1995. So why not 85? Opponents point to the potential for more fatal crashes. But there's also an economic impact. The Department of Energy says every 5 miles per hour over 60 is like paying an extra 24 cents a gallon for gas. Sure, going 85 gets you there a little quicker, but it will cost you $1.20 a gallon. So let's put it to the test. On our stream team today is NASCAR driver Bobby Labonte, and on the other side is the Texas state flag. Oh, wait. That's Roland Martin. Oh, my. All right, Roland, we're going to get to that in a second. Bobby, I want to start with you. You're a race car driver, and you're from Texas. Is this a good idea, 85 miles an hour?
I don't think 85's probably a positive way. I mean, you're already going 80 miles an hour. People probably sneak up on the 85 already. Just leave a couple minutes early if you're going to go somewhere if it's not that far away. And like in our race cars, we're built for speed. We're on a closed course inside of a racetrack that's got walls around it. So we go fast, and that's how we win races. That's how we make our living. We do stuff like that. But I don't think it's quite worth the effort or worth the risk that you could have by going too fast. There's no sense in going any faster than that. Probably we're not trying to set speed records on the highway.
Right. All right. Let's get back to our Texas flag, otherwise known as Roland Martin. Roland, you went to school in Texas, hence your get-up today. Did you drive 85 back then?
I'm born and raised in Texas.
Oh,
so
okay.
I'm a native.
Okay.
So look, here's the deal. I understand what Bob is saying, but again, when you look at the law, first of all, this is going to apply to some rural areas of Texas. Already, there are 520 miles of highway in Texas where they allow them to go 80 miles an hour. And so, again, this is not a question of will you be able to go 85 miles an hour in Houston, also in Dallas, in the major cities. Also, the bill says that there are requirements there. First of all, there has to be a study from the state, engineering studies. Also, they have to have long lines of sight areas as well. And so it's not like it will be the street down the road or, again, the highway in a city. It's largely in rural areas of Texas where, frankly, there are very few people living anyway.
But, Bobby, I want to ask you, because when you see 85, most drivers, they inch up a little bit. They might inch up to 90, maybe to 95. I mean, a professional driver who goes maybe 200 miles an hour on the track, what is your opinion? Do you think that regular people could handle 85, 90, or even 100?
Well, I think that, you can go out there and handle it, no problem. But, as soon as there is a problem going out down a rural highway, every time when you increase your speed, you're always more apt to have things are happening quicker. Reaction time becomes slower because you don't have time for it. So, there's no doubt that you want to get there as fast as you can, but at the same time, you want to be safe. So, my opinion would be I think it's okay to be at 80. I don't really think that, it's probably that big a deal. So why not leave it where it's at and, have less of a chance for injury or death, or, the risk of reward is just not quite there. I don't think it's not that big of a change.
What about the argument, and maybe Roland wants to weigh in here, that people drive that fast anyway? I mean, they're speeding anyway.
I do.
Yeah, but where's the limit?
Look.
Stop at.
Roland does already.
Maybe Roland doesn't speed. I don't know.
Yeah, look, Randy. I still own a home in Texas. I still go back. In fact, I'll be there this weekend for my grandmother's funeral. And so I spend lots of time in Texas. And again, I'll tell you, when I'm driving between Dallas and Houston, when I'm driving around other areas, you're on these long stretches of highway where, not that many people out there. But again, this is not really applying to those big cities. This is largely in the rural parts of the state. And so, look, I certainly understand the safety concerns, but also, Frank, we're sitting here driving cars we're buying every day where the speedometer goes up to 110, 120. I think if you really want to limit, frankly, speed limits, you also limit how fast a car can go. Look, I'll admit, when I had a Mazda Miata, I drove from Dallas to Houston. I pushed it to about 110 miles an hour.
All right, we're going to leave the speeding to Bobby, I think, from here on in. Thank you guys both. Very interesting discussion. Certainly a bit of a controversy there. Thank you, guys.